Welcome to the Deep Dive, everyone. Amin here, and joining me for this deep dive is Leah. We're going to be breaking down some seriously cool AI news, all from the recent episode of AI Brief, episode 78, I think it was. And buckle up, because we got DIY AI agents, we got meta strategizing in the world of AI hardware, some crazy new tools. Yeah, we're covered it all.
It does sound like we have a lot to cover.
Oh, we do, we do. Let's kick things off with OpenAI, shall we? So they've gone and released these powerful tools that are basically letting businesses build their own AI agents. And these aren't your grandma's chatbots, you know? These are autonomous, like full-on assistants that can handle everything from like browsing the web to managing files, the whole 9 yards.
It's a pretty big deal, especially considering how much buzz there is around AI agents right now. Manus going viral recently. OpenAI's platform could be the thing that finally takes these agents from like cool demos to actual real-world solutions in companies.
And it seems like the big players are already hopping on board, like Stripe, for instance. They're using an AI agent to streamline their invoicing process.
Right, less manual work, less errors.
Yeah.
It frees up their team to focus on more strategic tasks. It's a great example of how AI agents can boost efficiency and accuracy.
Absolutely.
Right.
And Box too. They're using agents to sift through like mountains of documents. It's like imagine finding exactly what you need in seconds, even in those massive data sets.
The more digging, right.
Exactly. Oh, and speaking of Manus, they just teamed up with Alibaba's Qwen team. They're going to be developing a Chinese version of their agent platform.
Yeah, that's an interesting move. Shows how AI development is getting so global. With Alibaba, Manus gets to tap into this massive new market, plus all that expertise in Chinese language processing. Seems like AI agents are really going mainstream, breaking those language barriers.
It's not even just about like translating the interface, right? They're going deeper than that. Manus is already running on both Anthropic's Claude and Qwen, and now they're like specifically tweaking their features to work with like Chinese platforms and how people actually use things over there. It's like they're really committed to making it a local experience.
Exactly. And they had this invitation-only preview, and their performance was pretty impressive. I heard it even beat out OpenAI's deep research on some benchmarks. Definitely something to keep an eye on.
Definitely a potential game changer. Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Let's talk about the hardware behind all this AI magic, the stuff that makes it all work. Meta's been in the news lately. You know, they're testing their own in-house AI training chip.
Well, it makes sense when you think about the cost of training these massive AI models. It's skyrocketing. So for companies like Meta, with all their AI dreams, I guess, it's becoming crucial to control their own hardware.
Yeah, it's a trend we're seeing everywhere, right? OpenAI, Amazon, even ByteDance. They're all pouring money into their own silicon, trying to, not be so reliant on Nvidia, which is like the king of AI chips right now. It's all about optimizing performance and cutting costs in the long run.
For sure. And it goes beyond just saving money, right? By designing chips for their specific AI needs, they can potentially get massive performance boosts. Think faster training times, more powerful AI models, and that could just speed up AI innovation across all sorts of industries.
It's wild to see how the hardware side is evolving right alongside all the software advancements in AI. But before we get lost in the world of chips, let's check out some other cool developments that popped up. Tell me about Cartesia.
Oh, Cartesia's a startup making waves with their claim that they can clone voices. And get this, with just a 3-second sample, they just launched this thing called Sonic 2.0. It's their voice foundation model. And they're saying it captures all the little nuances of voice, accents, and everything super accurately.
3 seconds. That's crazy. Just think of the possibilities, like personalized voice assistants that sound exactly like you. Or imagine the realism in video games and videos.
And they even have a turbo version that's specifically for like names and addresses, and they claim it has super low latency. They're saying human testers actually preferred it over the competition.
The speed at which these innovations are happening is mind-blowing. And then you have Lila Sciences, another startup, pushing the limits of AI, but this time in the lab.
Yeah. They're using AI to actually run experiments, in a physical lab. They're saying they've already made some pretty big breakthroughs, generating new antibodies to fight diseases, even a substance that could potentially be used for carbon capture. It's like sci-fi stuff becoming real.
And they snagged $200 million in seed funding. Clearly, they're turning heads and attracting some serious investment. Makes you wonder what other scientific puzzles AI could unlock in the next few years.
It's exciting to think about, isn't it? I mean, when you bring AI and scientific research together, the potential is huge. Breakthroughs in healthcare, in materials science, who knows what else. And these are just a few examples of what's happening right now in AI. It's amazing.
It is, and we're seeing Anthropic's revenue hitting 1.4 billion this month. Rika's released their open source reasoning model. Some are saying it's rivaling OpenAI's. And then there's Sam Altman's prediction that AI will be writing most of the world's code within the next year. The future is unfolding right before our eyes.
It really is. And it's not just the big companies, you know. We're seeing crazy innovation everywhere, smaller startups, open source projects, they're all pushing the limits, making these tools more accessible than ever. And that accessibility is going to have a big impact on every industry you can think of.
Okay, before we get completely overwhelmed by all this AI news, let's bring it down to earth a bit. Everyone's always looking for ways to be more productive, to get things done faster. So let's take a look at some of those trending AI tools from episode 78 of AI Brief.
Sounds good to me. Let's start with MindPal. So MindPal, it's a platform where you can build these multi-agent workflows to automate, well, pretty much any task you can think of. It's like having a whole team of AI assistants working for you, around the clock.
Okay, that sounds pretty handy for anyone feeling buried under their to-do list. What else do we have?
There's Ocean. They're calling themselves the fastest, most powerful, decentralized AI search assistant out there. So helping you find information quickly and efficiently, but without relying on those traditional search engines.
Decentralized search, huh? Yeah, that's an interesting concept. Be curious to see where that goes.
Oh,
Okay, but for now, let's talk about something that might be a game changer for anyone who dreads meetings. Spinach AI.
right. Spinach AI, they want to put your meetings on autopilot. They generate those meeting notes so you can actually focus on the conversation instead of like scrambling to write everything down. They even say it can impress your manager, your clients with all those detailed summaries and action items.
That sounds pretty promising. Anything that makes meetings more bearable is a win in my book. Speaking of productivity, let's talk products. What about Zeta?
Zeta's an AI-powered product management tool. It helps you take all that customer feedback and turn it into something you can actually use, insights. The idea is to sort through all that data and find those key trends, those patterns that can help you build products people actually want.
So many companies struggle with that, making sense of all that customer data. A tool like Zeta could be really valuable. What else is on our list of AI productivity boosters?
For the developers out there, we have Comment. They're promising to give you these deep insights about any code base in minutes. Imagine instantly understanding the structure, the logic behind even the most complicated code. That's what Comment's all about.
Oh, that's a dream for any developer who's ever spent hours trying to figure out someone else's code. Now, not all of us are coding wizards, but a lot of us are, well, drowning in emails and meeting requests. Is there an AI tool out there that can save us from our inboxes?
Absolutely. We have Fixer AI. Think of it as your AI executive assistant helping you get back an hour of your day. It can organize your emails, write replies that match your tone, even generate those concise meeting notes. It's like having a personal assistant that never takes a break.
Sign me up. Okay, let's keep this AI tool train going. What's next?
Next up, we have Hunyuan Turbos. It's Tencent's latest AI offering. And the word on the street is that it's beating those state-of-the-art models in math and reasoning. So a pretty powerful tool for anyone who works with numbers or needs to solve those complex problems.
Sense a big player, so this is definitely something to watch. Let's switch gears again, talk about search. Tell me about the Perplexity Windows app.
Perplexity's already been making a splash in the world of AI-powered search, and now they have this dedicated Windows app bringing all those capabilities right to your desktop. Think of it like a supercharged search engine right at your fingertips. It can answer your questions conversationally, give you real information.
Perplexity's definitely on my list to check out. But for now, let's move on to something that's got the open source community buzzing, OLL.
OLL is an open source alternative to Manus AI's agent platform. It's a pretty promising project, giving developers the tools to build those powerful AI agents without being tied to a proprietary system.
Love to see those open source projects popping up. It's all about, democratizing AI, making it accessible, and fostering that spirit of innovation. What else is on our AI tool showcase?
For those looking to level up their content creation, there's Sonic. It's this AI-powered tool that helps you create and optimize all kinds of content. It even uses those trending keywords to get you more organic traffic. So whether it's blog posts, social media updates, or marketing copy, Sonic's claiming to make you a faster, smarter writer.
Right Sonic's been getting a lot of attention lately. I know a few content creators who can't stop raving about it. But content creation is often a team sport, right? Is there something out there that can help teams work together better?
There's Reword. It's an AI writing assistant, but specifically designed for teams collaborating on articles, written content. They have real-time co-editing, suggestions to make things clearer, more stylish, even AI-powered research to help you find the information you need.
That could be a game changer for anyone who's ever, gone back and forth on a document. But visuals are important too, right?
Why
What
don't
about typeset?
Typeset's an AI-powered visual content designer. It takes your words and turns them into these impressive visuals, no effort required. So creating those eye-catching presentations, social media graphics, even infographics, if you want your content to really stand out, Typeset's worth checking out.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, lastly, let's talk about a tool focused on customer service. Twig.
Twig helps you automate your customer service with AI. It can handle those common questions, provide personalized support, even solve problems before they become, big issues. So by using Twig, you free up your human agents to focus on the more complex stuff, the sensitive stuff, and your customers still get that quick and efficient support.
It's a great example of how AI can really improve the customer experience. Wow, we've covered a lot today. From the latest AI news and those groundbreaking developments to all these practical tools, the world of AI is moving at lightning speed.
It really is. It's a pretty exciting time to be, following all this stuff. And I feel like we're just scratching the surface of what AI can actually do.
I think you're right. I mean, just look at the last few months. The progress has been incredible.
Hmm.
It's kind of hard to even imagine what the next few years will bring.
Yeah, it's hard to say. But one thing's for sure, AI is going to keep changing how we live, how we work, how we interact with, well, everything around us.
Well, Leah, this has been a fascinating deep dive into the world of AI. Thanks so much for sharing your expertise.
My pleasure.
And all our listeners out there, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into episode 78 of AI Brief. Don't forget to check out the show notes for all those links we mentioned. And if you want to stay on top of all the latest AI developments, well, you know what to do. Follow the deep dive.
And if you enjoyed this episode, do us a favor and share it with your friends, your colleagues, anyone who might be interested. The more people we can get talking about AI, the better.
Absolutely. Spread the word. We'll catch you in the next episode. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep innovating.